I've altered the deal. Pray, don't alter it further.
Hello!
I've
Hello
altered the
everyone, it is
deal.
time for Legacy of Kain Defiance. As you can tell from the
Yay.
gameplay, it's immediately better in every aspect than Blood Omen 2.
Yeah.
Sorry, bud, I changed the game. Pray I don't change
PS3
it
title, or is it
further.
still PS2?
Yay!
I fixed it.
Why the fuck
It
does
looks good.
Power have to patch for 25 gigs for
Is this a
130
PS3 title or
megabytes?
PS2?
PS2.
Oh.
And
That
I
seems
am
really
using
nice.
original hardware.
Nice.
Why is Unity engine like this?
I can tell you exactly why Pal World is having such big updates. It's because they've been trying to change things for the lawsuit. They've been trying, like, they changed the Pal Ball mechanic a little bit.
What Pal Ball? No, it's Pal Snap now, isn't it?
Yep. Ladies and gents, it's time to begin.
Speaking of Power World, I found it amusing that during the Game Awards that Power World was actually allowed to be advertised in there, and Nintendo was nowhere to be seen at all in that whole event.
It is kind of funny.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Well, they just really throw you right in. Or was that
Stick it in
wrong
the
save?
man. I'm sorry.
No, I wanted to pause because because we are back at the point where I am going to have to put a very big, very stringent hold on talking when it comes to cutscenes.
Yeah, because it's heavy story, I'd imagine, for sure.
Yeah. So if you all ready, let me turn up the audio for the game a little bit.
Gotcha.
And let's begin.
Good, because I have some questions from the last one.
Given the choice, whether to rule a corrupt and failing empire, or to challenge
this music's
the
awesome.
fates for another throw, a better throw against one's destiny. What was a king to do?
Ooh. What? I don't know what you were supposed to do, but I don't think throwing your son in the soul toilet was a good idea.
This dude always gave me like real Nightcrawler vibes.
Right?
Raziel does kind of have that, huh?
Less naked.
True.
But does one ever truly have a choice? One can only match, move by move, the machinations of fate, and thus defy the tyrannous stars.
Ooh, I like that line.
Yeah, right?
Dang, I like that a lot.
Already the game is hitting hard.
They're like, yeah, you know, the first thing we're going to do is give you a flashback to some things that we've done in the previous games and also make you question the idea of libertarian free will.
Now we're already established in this universe. There is that free will is an illusion. That everyone's choices are set.
And so I returned to the sanctuary of my enemy, the fortress of the Sarafan Brotherhood, deemed impossible for any man to penetrate.
Hot.
Impossible for any man.
Oh, see, he does know how to bite from their neck. He's just been doing the whole thing for show the whole damn time. Kain, you jerk.
Deep within these walls, my prey
shut up.
waited. Mobius, time streamer, deceiver and eternal gamester, using living beings as his pawns.
In the end, we'd rooted out an entire nest of the fiends.
But we had swept that area already.
Not well enough, but no matter.
So you're just like infiltrating Hogwarts,
Every last one of that troop with fire in their souls now rest.
architecture-wise?
Obviously based.
It was time for Mobius to answer a few questions. I hoped for his sake to find him in a forthcoming mood.
I can't hear the name Mobius the Time Streamer without thinking that like of a live streamer. Like, hey, welcome back to the Time Stream.
I'm
my
your host,
God.
Mobius.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So in this game, you have light attack, heavy attack, telekinesis. You have magic.
Ooh. Right off the bat, they give you a lot of toys.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's good they don't Samus Aran you, and she's like, "Oh no, a grave crisis! I better forget everything I know from the last time."
Health talismans, telekinetic runes, arcane tomes, combat experience. Yep, instead of draining blood to gain experience points, you kill things to gain experience now.
So you don't actually have to stop and slurp everything. I mean, I enjoy a good bit of slurping, but this is getting excessive. So, there's definitely a lot of games I do want to go back and check out sometime. From this era, because I do remember missing out on a fair few titles, and like the thing that's always going to bug me is that some of them I don't even remember that I want to check out, like the names to check out. So I just have to like hope that it comes up organically.
Yeah.
Because I really this was my favorite era of gaming, probably. PS2 era.
It's pretty amazing that I'm going back and trying to like experience games that I never had the chance to. Either like, oh, you can't do that because it's on PC and you don't have a PC, or you don't have an Xbox or whatever. And it's amazing, like I'm finding all these ports, legal and emulator,
Otherwise.
that allow me to.
Yar. No, it makes sense. I think a lot of people were that way, because like a lot of places, like you couldn't afford. I mean, most people can't afford like every console, right?
Right, exactly. It's like brand loyalty. Like even though there was some titles in the Xbox that were exclusive to Microsoft that I wanted to play, I wasn't ever gonna like get an Xbox just for those games.
Oh, Halo and KOTOR are what sold me an Xbox.
Right, I mean, like, I managed to play Halo early on thanks to, like, my cousin having an Xbox, and I was like, oh, he brought his, like, Xbox for Christmas, I get to play Halo again. But, it's good that they finally remastered all of those titles specifically for the PC now, and I've been having a blast ever since.
I think we're getting to an interesting time in, like, the console-PC dichotomy. Because a lot of things are just, if not made for, ported to the PC.
Oh, please, no.
From time to time, it is necessary to feed. And the unusual event of a feast prepared by
Time to time, you eat everyone you find.
Must be savored.
But going back to that whole PC thing, it's actually pretty true that it's slowly starting to become, like, since most games are becoming digital now anyway, that there's really no need for consoles anymore, and just put everything on Steam.
But I do think there's still definitely a niche for consoles, but I think they're going to have to be doing stuff like the Switch is doing, where you're going to have to see like the whole portable thing where you can switch it between portable and the TV or PSVR. I think consoles are going to need to do something distinct on like a hardware level to stay relevant, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, especially since the only reason why I even get like a console now is to double over as a 4K player or Blu-ray player. But I guess now that the market is kind of slowly going on that, because LG just kind of closed shop on their Blu-ray 4K player manufacturing, as well as manufacturing discs. So, yeah, well, that just leaves us with Sony and Panasonic, which is still good. Apparently, LG wasn't making any money off of those anyway. It was always ruled by Sony and Panasonic.
By the way, here's a concept that I'm happy that the game actually introduced. You can move while draining blood now.
Oh, cool. So it's not
Oh.
regulated to a cutscene anymore.
Yep. That makes it instantly better. Because because they actually decided to focus more on action than... They honestly intended to focus more on action with this game instead of...
Meow.
Cat.
Cat.
Focusing on cats in game development has advantages, but action's good too. Well, I'm sorry. I'm just sometimes we have different styles. There's nothing against the cat development style. It's better than Scrum. I'll give you that.
Scrum.
That's a real development
Is it?
paradigm, by the way.
There we go.
Yep. I've never worked under I've never
Interesting.
worked for anybody using the Scrum method, but I've never worked for a big enough company. Because before I did freelancing, I basically worked for a company that would just sort of whore me out to other companies that needed somebody for a specific thing.
Mm-hmm.
I won't put it like that on my resume, but I've never worked for a big enough company for something like Scrum to be relevant.
Let's see.
The touch of water is like acid to a vampire. I had to find another way to pass.
Can you imagine that being your weakness? Like like you'd be like a little kid who just got a new baseball bat and glove, and it's raining outside.
Aww.
It'd be sad, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't slay my enemies today. That sucks.
It was raining outside, thus I decided to stay indoors and practice my craft, my Minecraft.
Yeah, here I am. I was about to make like a dozen different jokes about Scrum and how it's like, oh gosh, I'm looking at it and I'm reminded of back in college when I was going through some sort of systems engineering class. They didn't even teach me engineering. They just taught me shit like Scrum.
Oh really? Because dev styles I think you can learn as part of a company culture. Even it's not even necessarily something because a lot of companies never use it.
I mean, I get that, but it's like, systems engineering was like, oh, we're putting together several different kinds of disciplines into one big discipline which systems engineers need to learn how to do and coordinate several times at once.
Granted, systems engineering is different than what I do, which is full stack development, so it's possible that it is more important to learn at that stage. I don't know.
Yeah, you have to engineer people networks, which is what I did not go to college for. I went to college for computers, not trying to, recondition the brains of fucking people.
Oh, you're not into hypno? That's okay. Not everyone's into the same thing.
Well, hypno's one thing, and fucking rewriting conditioning is another thing entirely.
I have found that the social element
This passage undoubtedly
of programming
led to the time streamer.
It's like you
My
go into a
prey
systems engineering
was
class and you're like,
nearly
oh,
in
you have to be
my
part
grasp.
therapist too.
But the
I'm
door
like,
had been sealed by a blessed barrier. As I approached, the Reaver resonated in response. Perhaps its dark sorcery could dispel these holy barriers.
sorcery.
Do you end up losing fingers and toes when you turn into a vampire in this game series?
Yeah.
They
become more
merge into
cloven.
big fingers.
Oh, I thought they'd fall off. I'm sorry.
I remember that day. I had been a vampire not long. I woke up, I look around, and down at myself and thought, I was sure I had a piggy last night.
My toes had turned into summer sausages overnight. I was laying in a bed made of my own charcuterie.
That would be a word Kain would use.
And it was not. It was far from being delicious.
I knew at once Mobius was to blame. Only he would have the audacity to go after my little toesies.
I would not touch the things. I would not touch the things with a 14-foot pole. So I set my house on fire.
That also sounds like a Kain solution.
Cleanse this land of its evil once and for all.
I saw a spider in the corner, and I knew I must turn the nuclear weapons on.
I must send the command for exterminators.
I actually remember. Several months ago, there was a Black Widow on my bed, and I was in the middle of chatting with people on Discord, and I literally mid-conversation lost my shit, and people are like, "What the heck?" Because I literally just key smashed without even, because I was freaking out, and I just went Black Widow on my bed, Black Widow on my bed, and everyone's like, "Oh dear, kill it with fire."
Kill it with fire.
That's the only spider in Utah you gotta really worry about.
Home insurance will understand.
They will. You just put spider down on the form, and they're like, "Yeah, good call."
You might lose your payback on the security down payment, but insurance will understand.
Hell, some of them will give you an award if you're prompt about it.
Speedrun setting a spider on fire.
10 termagants. I have not put away.
Locked. What a love of doors these pathetic humans have.
Locked.
Call your friend's pet tarantula or termagant.
Yeah.
Locked. That's a great name! And you're like, you don't even fucking know.
Kain is just like, locked. A love of doors these pathetic humans have.
I could just phase right through them. I am a vampire.
He implies that humans are just making out with doorknobs half the time, and he's like, "Oh, they're petty nature."
I remember seeing an episode of a Japanese reality TV show where a man ate a doorknob. It was made of chocolate, and then he screamed when a bell went off. It was the most droll and confusing bull-yap I've ever seen with my own two eyes. I need another glass of wine.
By wine, I meant my neighbor.
Vampire!
Dude, I admit sometimes when you get characters like Kain, or you get characters with such really distinct voices and attitudes, that I do sometimes think it'd be really funny to hear their commentary on things. Just in their own
Something I just realized about the gameplay here, this is doing Force Throw before Force Unleashed ever came out.
This game was made in
Holy shit, you're right.
What's that?
This game was made in 2003.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Right before, way before Force Unleashed came out. This is the gameplay here reminds me a lot about that game.
Yes! He said the line, "It's been so long."
Ve Victus!
Ve Victus!
This emblem was unmistakably of vampire origin and designed to enhance the Reaver's power. But this coincidence seemed too convenient. Mobius clearly meant for me to find it.
Sound the alarm! Vampire!
It's a trap!
Don't let him escape!
But I had seen Return of the Jedi before. I knew this ploy, and I knew my line.
Surrender, fiend, and we will promise you easy death.
That one
I
too.
could promise you the same, but it would be a lie.
Ooh, dang.
My.
Smooth delivery.
Hell yeah. God damn.
That sideways tiptoe movement.
What toe?
It reminded me of a character I really like of mine, a villain named Silas, who's just the worst. But people really like me playing him because they seem captivated by just how like intense.
Even
And,
etiquette on being evil.
oh yeah, no, because he's basically this like well-dressed like femboy cat
Oh my.
that ends up being very unnerving in very subtle ways.
This barrier had a curious resonating
Doesn't use
effect
brute
on the
force
Reaver.
when he can make a display of something. You know, he would rather educate someone through a more visceral experience than something so uncouth. In fact, my favorite line I've ever delivered with him was he was talking to, someone he'd captured, and he said, "Oh, don't worry. I'll teach you everything you need to know in my employ. You'll make mistakes, but that's how we learn. There's only one thing I can't possibly forgive, and that's boredom. Don't bore me."
Oh, then he would
Gifted that kid a
despise.
sword.
Then he would despise Mega Man X7.
I want to write him again. He's fun. I admit I love being a bad guy.
Bad guys
I
and
do
main
admit,
characters in general are always very fun.
Oh, by the way, do you recognize this place from Soul River 2?
Oh, yes, I
Swear.
do.
This is
This is where Raziel got his cherry popped. Oh,
this is where Raziel popped Raziel with the Soul Reaver,
Yeah.
damn.
or I should
That
say
was
the Blood Reaver.
when they started the whole time wibbly wobbliness. I liked
This
that idea, by the
door
way,
had
that like
been
time
equipped
was
with a
resistant.
singular lock, requiring an unusual key. Somehow, I would find it.
It was a key shaped like a little hula dancer that jingles when you shake it. It was most unusual.
So suddenly, so suddenly this place is now Spencer Mansion.
Yeah, I think but I also think that's why anti-heroes are captivating, because they don't have the same rules necessarily, or the guardrails, so you're always not entirely sure what they're gonna do.
And
But they still get to be a protagonist, because the thing is, I like playing Silas, but if I wrote down the things he's done on paper, I would be like, oh my god. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Can he make me feel like a real man?
I mean, if killing you like a James Bond villain would makes you feel real, sure.
I should have rephrased that. I should have phrased that question a bit better.
Yeah, another TK room.
Silas only gained prominence in the gang he now leads by shooting his best friend in the back of the head.
Damn.
Yep. He's a bad kitty.
Evil.
How bad time he be?
Well, I don't have a tier list of crime lords on hand, but he probably does fairly well.
Capone?
Oh, way different sorts of motivation. Silas would find Capone far too crude.
Crude. Damn.
For one thing, he would never stoop so low as to use a Tommy gun. He's very much a one-shot, one-kill kitty.
I
Damn.
suppose.
Evil.
Whenever I play him, it's kind of interesting because, when you sit in front of the keyboard, as a writer, and you realize I have 0 guardrails. This is a creature of id that just has no regard for the standards and decency and social conventions that otherwise govern behavior. That opens a lot of doors for what you can write about.
I'm sure.
It's really funny because most of the time I'm very squishy and like especially IRL. But I still get people who'll hit me up and they're like, "Hey, can you play this awful sadist again? That was kind of fun." I'm like, "Oh, I don't know what that says about our gamified nature, but probably something.
Yeah.
After all, we live in a society."
Mm-hmm. It's certainly.
Even kitty bosses.
Yup.
Yeah, this is kind of forced, honestly.
Yeah.
This is kind of the tutorial level, right? Like it's, to be fair.
Yep.
At least they made it like cinematic, like the whole feeding thing. They didn't make it just a prompt.
Yeah.
That was my biggest gripe with Final Fantasy VII Remake. I started getting tutorial pop-ups. I'm like, no, stop it. You don't have to tell me how to do everything. You have to show me.
Unfortunately, game developers do not think very highly of these days.
Just put the
They
training
want to
wheels
insult
on,
your
don't
intelligence, not anything else.
I just think about like Sequelitis' video on Mega Man X, where it talks about learning without shoving anything in your face, because humans are just built to learn and find patterns organically. Like you don't have to specifically tell them to do that.
Yep.
Doingy, doingy.
Boingy.
Kit, I don't know if you ever saw this, but are you familiar with a artist named Nayako on Fur Affinity?
Yes, I think I am.
The guy who makes all those comics?
Yeah, I was just thinking it was like lots, like emphasis on the word lots, if I recall.
Right, so you were familiar with his RoboHops 2 comic, right?
Oh, that was them. Okay,
Yes.
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Okay, so I got something for you. The latest page just came out, and holy shit, he actually designed his very own RoboHops concept for the character, like new armor and design and everything. So
Yo,
I'm gonna go ahead and post it like right here.
Isn't he the guy that did that abortion comic?
I don't know.
no.
Check it out though.
I'm pulling it up.
Yo.
Oh, I like it.
Right? Oh my god. Like make a toy
That's-
out of this.
Very cool.
Bruh.
Why is Lop there? I mean, I'm not complaining. Like, you can have anybody from Disney there, but
Yeah, if you've been keeping track of this RoboHops 2 comic, it is wild. It's like the fine Waldo of furry characters. Like, look, all
what the
of
fuck
them
is
are...
that, Vector?
Yes, absolutely.
Weird decision.
Victor,
Okay.
SBO,
Gadget
Okay,
is
why
also
not?
Duck.
Gadget is also
Gadget.
Lazarus in this story, so that's a thing.
I'm sorry, what is going on?
So anyway, Nayako is an artist that makes furry comics, and one of them is an ongoing commission that's going on for 5 years now from some guy who wants to RoboCop 2 Eyes Zootopia, and it's slowly turned into like RoboCop-izing the entire furry landscape. Like, it takes place solely in Zootopia, but there's kind of working in other furry characters from other IP in there.
Weird decision.
It is, but it's amusing.
I respect the cojones, honestly.
It is. It's great. You know,
Does in fact require some serious cojones.
Get him!
Man, when you're in a passion project, you have no shame. You can come up with some amazing things. I wish I
it's
was
just
like
so.
that.
I just find it amusing that this comic isn't even his. It's a commission, and it's going on for 5 years. For
That is a bit insane.
Is the commissioner still paying for it, or is he just doing this out of his own?
Yes, he's financing the pages.
For 5 years. Oh my gosh.
We're already halfway through the interpretation of the movie. He is actually throwing in tidbits from both RoboCop 2, some stuff that was thrown out of the script, as well as some things from the RoboCop 2 novel in here.
That is thorough.
It is. And like I said, it's amusing. Like, I would totally Kickstarter this freaking comic into a special edition hardback cover. If you buy it.
To be fair, I always felt if I had the money to do it, I would absolutely probably probably Kit Fox Crimson on, like, pay him to do an actual, like, series regarding Team Snowdog, like maybe a prelude of some kind.
That'd be
Or
cool.
Project Snowdog.
Wouldn't hurt,
Team
yeah.
Snowdog's
Balance.
the group. I would absolutely fund comics, like full stories.
Cadaverous laceration.
Cadaverous laceration.
Executing a quick flurry of sweeping strikes, I am easily able to overwhelm multiple lesser opponents as their blood sprays across the air.
Wow.
Harsh.
I learned it from playing my predecessor's game. Maybe it was called Mortal Kombat Trilogy.
I'd actually say like the predecessor is more likely to be freaking God of War.
Yeah.
Now, God of War is more of a successor at this point, I think. Because wasn't God of War? Didn't God of War start in the PS3 era?
No, it's PS2.
Or am I misremembering? Was it a PS2 game originally?
It was a PS2 game originally.
Oh, okay. I don't know how time works. Apparently, that's great. I love when I don't. Mobius, you fuck! This is your fault. I bet it was a PS3 game, and he specifically did that to mess with me. And it's a PS2 game now, and that is the timeline.
I just posted links to the Monkey Wrench episodes on YouTube for my friend Safara over on the other Discord, and apparently he was so excited he just gave me like a huge quip in Russian. I can translate it.
Okay. I think there's going to be a cutscene coming up here.
Kick your ass. Ow!
Ooh. What the?
Yeah,
Oh, sorry, never mind.
I just dropped down. I just dropped down pretty far.
Yeah. You know, I have a Polish friend who sometimes will react to things in Polish. And like the ongoing joke is that the more Y's and Z's there are in the phrase, the more well received the statement is.
I'm learning Russian typo lingo myself. Apparently, like however many. I'm sorry. What's the symbol that's like the farthest parenthesis symbol? Is it just called parenthesis?
I think. I don't know. Do you mean in the Cyrillic alphabet, or do you mean in? Do you mean in like Cyrillic writing, or like
just
Western
normal,
writing?
just normal American typing, like
Oh,
based
okay.
off,
So like bracket, like the bracket then.
not bracket,
Probably.
the actual parenthesis.
Oh, okay.
The curved one?
Yeah.
Curly brace.
Well, anyway, however
All right.
many parentheses there are at the end of a sentence, it usually means like fantastic, like, or the more that it gets, it's like LOL, hilarious, or awesome. That's so cool.
Interesting.
It is. Like, I had to look that up. Like, why is there multiple parentheses at the end of a sentence? And like, it means that the person is being really thankful, or they're like really appreciative, or it's that something is funny, or something like that.
So you want to know something funny?
Funny.
On a server I was on, there was a character who played as like a Queen Metroid. I don't know, or had a Metroid character. I don't know if she actually have played it, but had a Queen Metroid character design.
Sorry.
And instead of writing uwu, they'd write uwu but with like 12 eyes, like that were in the U shape, because the Metroids have all them eyeballs.
Yeah.
And I always loved that sign off. Ooh. That's a significant looking door.
Cutscene time.
Yes,
I was right.
I understand. It will be done. The stage is set. You needn't linger in the shadows, Kain. It has been a long time.
New VA.
hasn't it?
No banter, Mobius. You know why I'm here.
Yes, Raziel. You sought to introduce your own pawn into this game, and now he's been swept from the board.
By your hand, I suspect. Where is he?
Perhaps you should ask, when?
Bruh?
How humiliating it must be for you to come begging at my doorstep for answers.
Enough
Ooh, that's...
wordplay.
Don't
I didn't want to phrase that.
You see, I have the upper hand. How remarkable that the great Kain should succumb to the scepter's power like any common vampire. Still so arrogant after all these years, thinking you've devised some brilliant plan. You know nothing. You have read the signs, but missed their meaning. You believe you are that myth of vampire prophecy, the scion of balance, and that Raziel holds the key to fulfilling your destiny. But your messianic delusions have blinded you to Raziel's true nature. You have no idea what you've unleashed. There was a time when you might have heeded wise counsel when it was offered. Now, your vanity has made you witless. You will have to learn the truth for yourself. You'll be needing this. Your strength will return after I have departed. But by then, you will have more urgent concerns than pursuing me. Perhaps, when we next meet, you will have learned a little humility.
Right, yeah, okay. That'll happen.
These strange creatures seem to manifest from the very shadows.
Whoa. It was my sleep paralysis demon. We had not yet spoken since after last Christmas party, when I had had a little too much to drink and the next morn could not stand up.
Hey, bud, you gotta get your legs working there, huh? Doing okay there?
Mobius's attempt at stopping me was not one of his better efforts. When I found him, it would be my turn to offer a few surprises.
The underworld.
So, ooh.
Hey guys, I gotta get going real quick. I gotta go pick up some stuff from the store real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay, bye. Be safe.
I actually have to go in 10-ish minutes myself. So.
Surrender, Raziel. Abandon this petty rebellion. It was I who made you.
Hi, Steve.
Your life had played out, and in my grace, I spared you. You are my reaper of souls. You have no other purpose, no higher destiny.
You can't tell me what to do, Squid Dad.
Accept your calling, Raziel.
You're a squid,
Let
you're a
go of
kid,
these
you're a
vain
squid.
hopes. Relinquish your will and feed.
No.
What do you profit from this defiance?
There's some grim satisfaction in infuriating you.
My patience is eternal, Raziel. How many eons can you bear to languish here? The wheel of fate must turn. All are redeemed in the cleansing agony of birth, death, and rebirth. This is the engine of life, the purifying rhythm of the universe to which all souls are irresistibly drawn. Yours is a necessary and noble function, Raziel.
Enough of your sermonizing. Are you trying to bore me into submission? Why must this game go on?
Sounds like his dad
Look
sometimes.
What you are. You're no better than the vampires you so despise. A voracious parasite, cloaking its appetite in a shroud of righteousness. I refuse to do your will.
I can see into your heart, Raziel. It is not your will,
Don't look in
but
there.
cowardice that keeps
Private.
you here.
How so?
You know what fate awaits you when you leave the underworld. That phantom weapon you bear is a constant reminder, isn't it? The sword is waiting for you out there somewhere, and you tarry so as not to meet it.
I could not deny it. As long as I lingered here, defying my captor, I was able to postpone what I feared was my inevitable doom. To become the ravenous spirit imprisoned in the Reaver Blade. But that sentence was no worse than the stalemate I now endured. Better to face one's destiny than cower from it.
Harvester of souls, I created you. And to this function, my angel of death, you will return.
Enough. Yes, I submit.
Very good. Indulge your hunger.
Freaking Galactus talking to one of his freaking parents.
Yes.
Heavy breathing.
Embrace your calling, Raziel. You will find that just as defiance has its price, so obedience has its rewards.
And submission is not always what it seems.
You know, I actually very much sympathize with Raziel in this moment.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't like the idea of fate. I actually hate the idea of fate.
It is an idea that kind of does suck, yeah.
So, like, I would probably do it. And it's a funny thing, because they'd be like, why do you insist on this defiance? And I'm just like, spite.
Spite, yes.
Resentment.
Spite, motherfucker.
Below me
I just
swirled an
fucking hate
ominous-looking
you.
mist.
Get out!
I knew that if I fell, it would mean my peril.
I'd already been flushed down one cosmic soul toilet.
Well, shit.
I was not keen to do another. Or was I? Yeah, you can glide! So does that mean that, like, Kain is like Sonic's playstyle and Raziel's like Knuckles' playstyle?
Worthiness is so easily proved.
Yeah.
Your way is sealed until you have offered further evidence of your obedience.
I must feed you before I depart this place.
You must feed yourself, Raziel.
The wheel must turn.
Ah, now you understand.
You know, actually, I don't get it.
I think I think this is probably the part I was most eager to see resolved was Raziel's predicament. Because, I don't know, he's my favorite of the protagonists we've had in the Kain series. Quite like Raziel. Because, like, he's had tons of people try to jerk him around on puppet strings. But just very much wants to exist as his own thing.
There's no home.
Makes sense.
And I also definitely understand why he doesn't want to become the ravenous soul stuck in a sword. That sounds a little rough.
Just a little bit.
I mean, maybe it's a fancy sword, I don't know. At least it's wiggly. Changes colors. That's pretty cool.
You may go.
Yeah.
But remember, you are mine. You can no more escape from me than you can escape yourself.
Ha! Shows what you know. Puts on a VR headset.
Please don't do it.
Let me check something real quick.
Is it a frogman?
Yay, look what I have. Subtitles.
You want this room cleared of its vermin.
Hey, there we go.
If you wish to leave
Helpful.
Your will be done.
my good servant.
Dang, they're fully into this now, huh? Oh, I can't find this guy's leg. This is the very last thing I was moving. And I'm like, bro, where's your leg?
It's in the ether. You'll never be seen again.
You just make him like a little battle wound, I guess, if I want to get clever with it.
Yeah.
I'll just do a little speech bubble next to him saying, just a flesh wound!
Flesh.
You see? Obedience brings prompt rewards.
Dialogue is making me feel things in regards to the whole master-servant thing. I need to breathe a little.
Good.
Hey.
You would.
And meanwhile, I'm going to be playing the sequel to Dude, Where's My Car? Dude, Where's My Leg?
What a weird sequel.
Wasn't the direction I thought they'd go, but you know, sometimes you gotta take risks.
Raziel.
Hello. Hello. Hi, Dex. Hello. Hi, Dex.
Rexy, how's it going?
Oh shit.
Oh.
Because I popped it all the way up.
Ah.
Ouch.
No, it wasn't a bad one. It's like a pop that you get when you're over at a chiropractor.
Oh. Oh, okay, so yeah, that was one of those nice pops. I had that with my neck the other day, where it was really stiff and it popped, and I'm like, oh, that sounded bad, but it felt really good.
It always sounds terrible.
I actually learned something really interesting about chiropractic.
Yeah?
So my dad's a doctor. He's retired now, but he's pretty disdainful of stuff like chiropractic. So he's basically like, you could go to any physical therapist and get the same benefits. But I was actually reading about the history of chiropractic. Did you know the guy who invented it claims a ghost taught him?
Oh my fucking god, really? Wow.
By the way, look at this.
Doingy. Oh.
Clearly my escape had not been anticipated. My benevolent master
I had found
would not
Squid
have
Dad's
expended
greatest
such
weakness.
efforts to prevent
Squish.
me from going. And if my departure displeased him, then that was a victory,
Go
however small,
squimsh.
for me.
Kit, are you going to go squimsh?
Maybe.
By the way, I should let you know that there is a little bit of a plot hole there.
Yeah.
Raziel is currently in the underworld. He should not be able to climb walls.
Uh-oh.
He should not be able to climb walls in the underworld because these edifices in the underworld are completely insubstantial, even after you got the ability from Zephon to climb walls.
Hmm.
So that is actually a very big plot hole.
Interesting. That's an interesting detail. Maybe Raziel's just like so tired of being grounded by Tentacle Boy that he's just like, you know what, fuck it. I'm just gonna climb this thing I'm not supposed to be able to climb and just build power.
Fuck you, I'll break the rules.
Yeah, but that is pretty much the only major plot hole of this particular game. Of this particular series.
It is no plot hole. He's so driven by spite, he can defy the laws of nature.
I will leave the underworld, and I will blast Motley Crue at top
putting
volume.
this opening far beyond my reach. But once I found my way into the physical world, I might be able to swim up there.
Actually,
Metropolis is my hero today.
Yeah.
What would you do?
Drew Lopp in a lovely outfit.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
yes.
Lop in
Where at?
the Queen Leia outfit.
Oh my.
Uh,
His favorite.
Oops,
Did I ever tell you? Did I ever tell you that I once just about like killed Atropolis laughing? It was sort of a rare thing. So apparently Atropolis is a member of Greg's server, just not very active. And at one point, Atropolis had a picture of Luna, you know, with like a towel barely covering her. She looked kind of shocked because the wind was blowing the towel. And we were joking about, people were joking about how it looked like a classical art piece. And I was super sick that day, and so I do what I do when I'm sick, which is make weird shit. And I very carefully edited Luna in place of Venus in the Birth of Venus picture.
Yeah.
I've seen that before. I've seen that before. That was you?
That was me.
Such
That
an
was me.
object.
That was you?
I would first have to find
Yeah.
a way back
Oh my god,
into
it's
the material
amazing.
realm.
And Greg even pinged Atropolis and is like, "Oh my god, you need to look at this."
That is incredible.
I still want to do my sequel to that, which will be the Furry Sistine Chapel.
Nice.
That would be funny.
I need a chicken.
Yeah, you can hear the screams of the damned here. Oh,
At
hey,
last,
look.
I discovered a conduit into the material realm. I would finally escape the spirit world and take one step farther from my tormentor.
And so I jumped in, and I
Did
spun
you
myself
think to
round,
receive
right
the same
round,
favors
like a
after
record even.
your rebellion as before? No, Raziel. I have no need for you to enter the physical world, so no conduit will be granted. You serve me adequately as a wraith, and a wraith you will remain.
So, my restraints had not been removed, only loosened. I would not be held prisoner in the spectral realm. There had to be another way.
Alright, well, I gotta run. Take care,
Okay.
folks.
Bye.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, you take care.
Yeah, it's nice. Everyone enjoy and have yourself a lovely new year.
You as well.
I'll do my best. Thank you.
Ghosties. Look, one of them, the one who started chiropractic, that fuck, the mischievous little bastard.
As I emerged,
just need a
I was
little
granted a
adjustment.
vision of what I would become if I did not escape the spectral realm. For these too were agents of my master, hunting the lost souls that struggled to escape the endless twilight of the underworld.
Damn it, Discord, different devices, one hang-up button. This shouldn't be... This is very much a me problem, but still, I'm blaming you. There we go.
My master's plan for me was ominously clear. Like these mindless hunters, I existed only to fuel him with souls, siphoning their energy to feed him and his wheel of fate. I had to break these bonds while I still possessed my own will.
The Seraphan Stronghold. Yeah, each of these chapters, as we switch in between Raziel and Kain, is only about an hour long each, it seems. Or about 30 minutes long. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, I've been holy cow, I've just realized I've been streaming for 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so it's only been a hour.
This artifact seemed as though it was made for that unusual lock. Now the door could be opened.
See Falcon insignia. Again, it feels like I'm in a scenario where I'm in the Spencer Mansion.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Hey, Dexter, are you watching the stream at the moment?
No, I don't have it opened up. I was just...
Yep, you want to take a look at my new form?
Just got shoes.
Oh.
Hello. I'm Cello Gigimon.
Oh.
What do you think?
Nice.
What do you think, Max?
Didn't he already see it?
Yeah, but I don't know if he got a response from him about it.
Thought you did.
Hey, if you don't mind, I'm gonna go obliterate and be antisocial. Y'all have a nice day.
See ya.
You take care, Dan.
Look a ball. Ball, man.
More of these dark specters. I will swing my blade fast at you. make you eat shit. Darn, I can't wall jump off of it like it's Mega Man X. Give me your blood. And yeah, this time when you actually get close to someone, you can just bite them right in the neck.
Lovely.
And if you're far away, you can telekinesis it. You can TK the blood to you, just like previous games. And if I want to, you can, instead of just drinking the blood, since you have the Blood Reaver from Soul Reaver 2, instead takes the blood. If you have it, drink the blood of the opponent, it increases the Reaver gauge very quickly.
Let me see.
Which enables you to use a super move.
Malik, the great Sarafan warrior. I had met him before. His sword and shield seemed to have gone astray.
Yeah, I don't need health. I'll go ahead and take Reaver energy, though. And remember, this is the Blood Reaver, not the Soul Reaver. The Blood Reaver drains enemies of their lifeblood, and is very likely going to be the object that Raziel fears being imprisoned into. Well, shit. I was not paying attention, and I accidentally dropped Kain into the water.
Oh no, how dare you.
Happily, there's a checkpoint, so I just go back this way. So hey, Max, how's everything going?
wonder if his stuff stopped working or something.
Would you be willing to poke Max on Discord real quick? Spellcasters can enhance allies' abilities. You know what that means?
They Victus!
Yes!
Excellent.
Received sanguine censure. Okay, what the heck is
Falcon insignia. Cadaverous laceration. Sanguine censure.
Once an opponent is flung helpless into the air, I can follow suit, catching them before they fall, carving their flesh and bone with a second assault.
Cadaverous laceration.
I guarantee you somebody just asked the guy and just go, hey, can you make these very dangerous sounding words and just turn them into my personal ASMR?
Falcon insignia.
Because that's seriously what it sounds like to somebody.
Yeah.
You can have him read the frickin' phone book and people would still enjoy listening to him.
Tell me, where can I find your master? Quickly, Mobius is...
in the tower.
Good.
Ow. Brutal.
I'll need that health back, thank you. Delicious taste of more health. Oh, the blood. Blood for the blood god and all that shit. mage nearby. You know the rules. You know the rules of. You know the rules of the game. It's time to gank the mage. Only. How dare you not enjoy the good suck? I want to take a look around and see if there's anything else I can snag up here. Yeah, this place is a little bit dark. Quick. And you. Hey, look at this. Hey, Blood Omen 2. Maybe you should have been, fucking paying attention.
Take this, take this, take this.
Malik's missing shield. I hated to restore his dignity, but I would need to return this to his monument before I could progress.
Received Malik's shield. It's hilarious because Malik never had a sword and shield. He used a freaking spear.
Oh boy.
Or a glaive. Actually, you know what? I might as well drop down there anyway. Yes. Yeah, I think they finally realized, yeah, you can have a game with both a good story and cool action in it.
Yep.
Well, it's cool action in its gameplay.
Yep.
Ow. Ow. Let me move, please. Thank you. Oh, and yes, being able to absorb the blood of multiple people at once is also a thing that they kind of forgot about in frickin' Blood Omen 2.
Yeah.
And they can't even have it be the excuse of, oh, Kain was weakened because of his time in... And he can't even use the excuse of, oh, Kain was weakened because of his time in the freaking thing. He was able to do that even when he first became a he was able to absorb multiple victims even during his first time as a vampire, so that's not even a good excuse. Enjoy your trip.
Malek's sword belonged in his right hand. However distasteful this errand was, I would return it to its proper place.
Oh, yeah, come.
I am the Lord of Tekken, and I will air juggle your ass. I do enjoy some of Spoonie's material from time to time.
Shame he went insane.
Yeah. Yeah, he mostly does live streams now.
See, wasn't where he was even still around. But he kind of went crazy and then disappeared.
Yeah, he just does the very rare live stream from time to time.
I see.
Yay, more health. There's a mage around here. Oh, fantastic. He must be upstairs. There he is. Give me your delicious fluids.
Lay open before me. I looked forward to finding Mobius and resuming our conversation.
A very pleasant conversation.
Oh boy. Conversations.
Ow. We're gonna save real quick. Cool as it would be to fight you guys. I've got a mage to gank.
Mage to gank.
Oh, I see you now. You're up there. There we go. Take the health back. I want to check up here real quick. need a sword of some kind. But considering that Kain is not responding to it, I'm guessing that I'm going to have to get that in the night or get that sometime later.
Get him!
Oh, and by the way, yes, to everyone who screams, force push. There. Force push. Wow, I thought the Seraphim Stronghold was supposed to be new. Nom 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 nom. There we go. Infernal Sundering.
Decorative. Cadaver. Infernal Sundering.
Upon slamming the serpentine blade of the Reaver into my adversary, the resulting force will blast their pathetic body into the very ground beneath. You okay?
Yeah.
I'm legitimately fearing whether or not me going to continue in that direction would lead to some type of secret item, or... I'm gonna check back this way real quick. I'm gonna save real quick, because... Okay, yeah. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna check back the other way real quick. It's now that there was a thing there. I wonder what these are. Yeah. Okay, so it looks like I might have to come back to this later.
Yeah.
I was a little worried because I don't know when the cutscene is actually going to play or not. By the way, don't you love how the ability to jump from one location to another is just like a circle on the ground instead of having to go through a menu in order to activate it?
Yeah.
Curious. This artifact, joined with the relic I discovered earlier, appeared to be but one fragment of a larger emblem. This shard was endowed with elemental fire, enhancing both the Reaver and my telekinetic powers.
There we go. There we go. Now I heard it open. Ah. There we go. we go. Okay, that's how that works. Fix something real quick. No, I don't see anything. Fuck! It fell all the way down. Let's try again. I will climb on these wafers and then jump on them. There we go. Y'all ready for another cutscene?
Here you are at last. I see you found a fragment of the balance emblem. This will be of even further use to you, if you can find the other three. Now, shall we?
Yes. Let us continue our conversation, but on a somewhat different footing. Now, what do you have to tell me, Mobius?
You cannot kill me. We both know that this is not how or when I die.
Death is not the only possible outcome.
Your delusions of fulfilling the vampire's foolish prophecies have badly distorted your judgment. And Raziel is not what you think.
You dare imagine what I think.
So, you prevented Raziel's soul from entering the Reaver. Do you believe for a moment that by this you have averted your fate? Or his? Or that of Nosgoth itself? Your manipulations are pathetic.
Yet Raziel retains his free will, and that's what frightens you, isn't it, Mobius? You cannot see his path, and so you cannot control it.
And neither can you. Yes, Raziel is shrouded from us. We see the ripples of his potential actions, and every path he might choose leads to the same outcome. He will kill you, Kain. In sparing Raziel, you have written your own death sentence.
You still have not answered the question I came to ask. Where is Raziel?
He is not, in a true sense, here. Not now.
Don't try my patience, Mobius. What have you done with him?
He is contained. In time, it may be safe to release him. His destiny must be completed. He will enter the sword. But until that time, he is dangerous. Far more dangerous than you could understand.
And your incontrovertible evidence?
The answers are plain, if you know where to look. Go west of the pillars. There you will find a testament written in stone.
But stones, too, can lie.
Damn. I'll be right back. I'm gonna use the bathroom.
Hey Max, is everything okay?
The pillars of Nosgoth stood pristine against the horizon. To the west, I would find the Enlightenment, Mobius felt I lacked.
Now we go back to Raziel.
There had to be a way to escape the spirit world without the help my master was pleased to deny me. Only in the material realm would I have a chance to seek my destiny, or change it.
Oh, right, I can't collect any of the items in this until I enter the material realm. That's irritating. Need to check around to make sure I find everyone I could possibly kill. Yeah, that's more than a little irritating because the Tua are freaking absorbing their own dudes. So then that way, it takes me more time to kill them. That's actually not a bad strategy, but at the same time, it's very, very irritating. I heard you in those freaking trees. There we go. I see that door. Take a look over here real quick.
An ancient gate, sealed by the powers of light and darkness, barred the way to the pillars beyond. To depart this place and continue my journey, I would have to find the means to open it.
Yeah, that's for a very long way ahead, so I need to go the other way. What was that? What was that, spirits? You want me to blap all the power computers? I'm happy I actually got them to respawn, which means I can actually...
I have returned.
Hello.
I am now going to play Mario Wonder for the first time.
Nice. Enjoy the elephant TF.
I really wonder if Max is still here or not. Oh, wait, he went to go out and get drinks at some point, didn't he? Or food or whatever? Didn't he leave to go get food or something?
But now it's time for Rossiel.
I discovered ethereal gases rising from the moldering corpse within. As I neared, I felt a distinct spiritual pull, and the closer I approached, the more that pull intensified.
In
the end, it was not difficult. I projected myself down into that tomb and found I was reborn into the material world. I was cursed with a loathsome and repugnant vessel. But with an effort of will, that too could change.
Yay, I'm in the material world now.
These gargoyles quickened as I drew near, triggering the door to close. I would need to find some means of approaching the door without being observed.
no, he's Kamek. Bowser. Oh, shit.
She says she won't go near the place.
I tell you, the pillars are haunted.
Haunted?
I heard a woman's voice talking and moaning, and there was no one there.
How many vampires have you killed? And you can't face down one ghost.
I knew who these were. Vampire hunters, scouring the countryside, destroying what had once been my kind.
My God, what is that? A vampire or a demon?
Where?
Here.
Get him!
Quickly! No mercy.
These were Mobius's hunters, mercenaries enlisted in his crusade to exterminate the vampires. His insignia was unmistakable. But this meant I'd been captive in the underworld for centuries. I had lost 500 years. Then I knew what ghost it was that haunted the pillars. Aria, the specter of the murdered Balan's guardian. Perhaps she could provide the answers I sought. First, I would have to find a way out of this cemetery.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and save the game here because it has been 4 hours. So it is time to say goodbye.
Sadly.
Thank you all for joining us for this particular game. I'm gonna quickly see who we can raid, and we'll see you all next time. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.
Bye.